New personal reserves for Frontline. Just a patchwork solution or actually something which could help you? My name is RagingRaptor and I welcome you to a new video, because today we are going to talk about those personal reserves for Frontline, if I think they are a good idea, and I would like to also give a counterexample on how to make this a little bit more convenient and actually make it more reasonable to grind Frontline. Maybe not for this season, but for the next season. Anyway, in this season, or now, Wargaming is testing personal reserves for explicitly Frontline. And right now, there's an example, 100% Frontline XP for 1 hour. This means that when you, for example, get the general rank, you will get, instead of 1,200 general points, rank points, you get 2,400. This is definitely quite the huge thing, because when we Frontline points, because at the moment you need a decent chunk of Frontline points. Just this is what it used to be versus what it is right now, 2018 and 2019. So to make a whole prestige, you need 30,500 points. This is quite a lot of points. You can see especially the last ranks are eating up tons of your time, because even if you are managing to get general, coming on from 20th rank, you won't really get any more one level up per rank, because suddenly it needs 1,300 points. That is really not that cool. So I personally just counted, I'm finished with the current prestige. I'm now a prestige 8 and I needed 28 battles, if I'm not mistaken. I had some disconnects which didn't count, but I needed 28 battles to finish all those prestiges, which kind of makes sense, because those here you can make several rank ups in one game up to here, and you still have some overshooting over here to do. And down here, yeah, I have to say I usually get probably around in 90% of the cases I get general. I'm going to talk about this, how I get general, in a different video, because there's also something which I really want to address. Anyway, here. So now with those new personal reserves, and we can even see them, they're already implemented in the 1.6 test server. You can see we can go here on purchase on the store, and well, there you can buy those. Obviously they are not priced correctly. Obviously you won't get them for like 6 gold or so, which would be awesome, but I don't think Wargaming is going to do that. But it's not a bad idea. I definitely like the idea, and I see that it makes grinding a decent chunk easier. I personally tend to rage a lot in Frontline, also in ranked battles. Well, in the end, I'm RagingRaptor. But the problem is with those, what should I say, with those reserves, still you have a structure which looks like this. Level 1, or lieutenant, captain, major, and up here you have the general. You can see it's basically like a stair. Meaning that, for example, somebody is on this step, while the other one is on this step with just basically like 30 XP more. That can be really frustrating, because sometimes you have to play another game, and one of those games takes 25 minutes. And at the current moment where we don't really have, well, anything new, I hope that in August we get a new map. Please, Wargaming, do it. It's kind of annoying. It's definitely kind of annoying. So, really, Now, I say that those boosters are a good idea, but again, as I said in the beginning, those are a patchwork solution. So now I'm going to quickly open up the real server to show you what I personally would like to do to make this not a step or a step progression, but more of a linear, or maybe even what's it called, exponential curve. Well, maybe not exponential. So I'm not entirely sure if you get more credits when you're winning in Frontline. I am, however, sure that you get more experience when you win in Frontline. Again, that's with the credits I'm going to talk about in a different video, and I'm getting this checked. Now, as we are logging into the game, I'm going to open up one of my last Frontline games, and rather one of the last, service records of this game. And I want to propose the change that you don't get rank points anymore. You can still get general to get those 200% more boost on your experience income, which is cool for the people grinding those tanks. But I would like to suggest that we completely abolish the ranked points you get for your prestige and rather convert them to your base experience. You might have to adjust those numbers over here. Maybe instead of doing it 30,000, maybe 40 or even 50,000. But my point is, I personally rage the most when I'm like 2 or 1 shot off of getting general and our team or the enemy team is so stupid and just YOLO scums. This is something very, very frustrating, and it absolutely annoys the living hell out of me. And now I'm going to open up one of those old replays. Just have to quickly wait till it is finished updating. So let's just take the last. We have the battle results. And we sadly lost this game, but this is good enough to explain our cause. So this is what we can see. I was lucky enough to get a general, and in this game we would have gotten 1,761 points instead of 1,200. If we would have used the boost, we would have been even better with 2,400, but again, you get the gist. You can see that the players which played the worst, in quotation mark, get the least amount of points. For example, this boy over here in the new system, in my proposed system, if I'm not mistaken, would have gotten a lot more, like 400 points more, so that's good for him. However, what I would like to see at the moment, I don't really see a point in winning in Frontline. This is obviously a personal thing, like I don't care if I win or not. I have good enough credits, I have a decent chunk of free experience, I have all the tanks unlocked in the game. So this is more or less maybe a little bit of an egoistic view. But sometimes I had games where like 12 minutes in, I'm already general. So now I have to play for 13 minutes more without getting really anything more than credits and maybe some free experience. But then again, I have enough of both of which. So now let's just think about probably Epic Violator or Digital 5, which made an awesome game. Look at this, almost 12,000 damage, which is amazing. Like, congrats to this guy, very well done. Right now, he probably got this general pretty early into the game. So now he's like, yeah, now I have to play. In the current system, it just gets 1,200 points, and with the patchwork solution, 2,400 if he uses those boosts. Again, this is good. This is a good patchwork. But if we now think about giving him the base XP, he would get rewarded for playing so darn well. Like, he would get 3,132 points. And this is absolutely amazing in my personal opinion, because he played well, he carried his team to a victory, he did a decent chunk of damage, he got 6 kills, everything is great. So yeah, he would have been rewarded even more handsomely rewarded when the rank points would be equal to your base experience. And now, also when you are winning in this game mode, or winning when you are in this idea of mine with the base XP. Now let's just see, I've got 1,761 base experience, which is okay, it's decent, it's good. It's above what we usually would get for just being general. We did let's round up 8,000 damage, 7 kills and around 5,000 spot. I'm now looking somebody up which has roughly the same, like this guy. Well, we could say roughly it's the same. He has 8,200 damage, he did 4,500 spotted, but yeah, he needed a little bit more experience to actually get general most likely. So he's probably pissed that he didn't got general. That's unfortunate for him, and I understand that he might be pissed. But I'm pretty certain to see he got still a lot more base experience than I did because he won. So let's have a look. I have 1,610 base experience, and if you win, you most of the time get 50% more experience. That's just how it is. So we can multiply this with 1.50 or 150%, which correlates to a 50% increase. So now we would get 2,641 experience. And you can see this makes a decent, it's obviously off a little bit. You can't really compare it. Again, I got 4 more kills than him and I got more spotting damage than him. But you can see winning would lead to me getting a lot more base experience, meaning I would personally actually want to play for the win, because even if I didn't have a good game, I would still get a decent chunk of rank points. For example, this guy, call me Julian. He got, sadly, no general, which is sad for him, obviously, because he didn't really play that bad. So he got a decent chunk of damage, a decent chunk of base capture points, and some spotting damage, which is all great. So if we would have won, even though he didn't got general, he would, for example, get 0.3. Oops, I made a mistake. 1637 times 1.5. He would get 2,455 base experience, or in my system, 2,455 rank points. He wouldn't get the multiplier for his experience, because he got general, which you usually could see. Well, sadly, you can't see it in this picture, but obviously this number would be way higher. But yeah, I think you understand what I want to tell. Abolish those step-like rank points and make it just linear. Make it corresponding to your base experience you can get. It will reduce frustration and it will encourage to play for the win. However, still, I'd say playing for the win just to YOLO guns is a bad idea, because you get very little rank points and very little experience in the beginning. But again, this is a topic for a different video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this solution, what World of Tanks or Wargaming decided to do. Again, it's a good patchwork solution and will work for the rest of the season. I like it. It makes grinding a lot easier, especially for my sanity. But again, I think for the next episode, I highly recommend Wargaming to maybe make it like 40k, but make it equal to how many base experience you get, because then you encourage and hype up good gameplay and hype up player which played well. Like even this guy, again, digital would get the more than double of the fame or the rank points he would usually get. That is awesome, I think, because he played well. He should deserve to go up the rank quicker. Anyway, this was RagingRaptor. This was my personal opinion on this topic. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know with a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If you're new to the channel, I would highly recommend to subscribe, because we are going to do some dives into such a topic. One more thing, and if you don't mind a little bit of German here and there, tomorrow at 20 o'clock Central European Summertime, I'm going to hold a hide and seek event. If you want to participate, please just go out there, get into my Twitch, RagingRaptor_WOT is my name on Twitch, and just jump in. You have chances on winning some small prizes. Very big thank you to Wargaming for sponsoring them. And yeah, this is it. Cheers.